Alex Broskow, 58 seconds, 4 dots, cheers, at Austin Cooper. So Alex has got together with Austin Cooper to put together a 58-second edit, and that's why he's called it that. He could have called it Soundos, he could have called it Spotty Dog, he could have called it just pretty decent, because they're all accurate. He could have put, everyone's going to bloody love this. Still would have rung true for Alex Broskow's skating. Just imagine being Broskow. Seriously though, imagine just getting up and being like, I can do whatever trick I want. I can just go and do a fast side if I like, I can top sole, a dead good toe roll, I can do whatever, man. Right, anyway, back to it. Let's have a look at the comments. In there we've got Frankie Morales, blue tick Frankie Morales, 5 flames. Dean Coward, pretty good. I used to skate. He did used to skate. He was good. He probably still is good. Wouldn't mind seeing more content from Dean Coward. Sean Kelso, that's my boy, flame. Suichiro, 4 blue hearts. John Julio, whip free, love heart. Victor Arias, best. Julio's back in there again. Couldn't resist, was like, oh, this deserves at least 2 comments. Flame. AJ, well done. Adam Braley, face with the love hearts. Another person I wouldn't mind seeing some like new content from. I wonder, I'm pretty sure they probably still skate, they just don't put out stuff. Who else is in there? Take Global, 5 stars, 5-star review. And there's Sean Darst, sicko mode. Who else is in here? John Bellino,
total domination.
That's a good one. And of course, Robbie Pitts, always positive. You always want a comment from Robbie Pitts. Beautiful, Alex! Exclamation mark. And it is flames and claps and loads of these and some of these, a couple of those, all sorts of good stuff. And lots of comments from skaters who, you know, were more active in putting out content. Even they've come out and gone, bloody hell, this is good. Go get a comment on this one, man. Let's see some more skating from you, man. Come on. Come on, Dean Coward, put out a trick. And Braley brothers. Right. Let's fire this thing up. 58 seconds, here we go. Top acid clean. Oh, well held 180. Just a good stance the whole way through the air. Defying gravity. Oh man. Alley-oop heel roll. Controller. 360. Oh. Alley-oop top sole cab out. Such an awkward angle. Yoink. Oh. There's those whip 360s, man. Explosive power. Toey. Oh. Nice little adjustment there. Oh yes, that's an old school trick. So switch, powerful whip free again. Man, the pace that he skates at. Frightening. Oi, up and over. Oh, bam, straight onto that top sole. Flipping out. No hesitation. It's just like he's always on it. Man, that's your lot. Let's watch it again. 58 seconds, here we go. That clean top acid. Just the way he holds those air, it's like so stylish, so controlled. Oh, that looks horrible to grind. Now, and this 360, and then oh man, it's such an awkward angle to get onto that elite top sole. Well, it's not a normal one, is it? His ledgering as well, he has to land with his feet at a slightly different angle, then he still gets to like the explosive whip free. Definitely makes that a bit harder. Old school switch that. Again, these whip frees. Just rapide. Man, if you would have hit that bin, that would have been awful. It'd been like a car crash. Oh, there's actually that trick there where he does the over the rail, and then topsoils the bottom rail. He posted a different angle of that on his stories, and I kind of feel a bit like you got a better sense of how quickly he had to react to that. Although with the angle they chose, you are travelling with him, so it's like, oh, an unexpected movement. I guess from the alternative angle, you could see, like, you weren't really from his perspective, you were a completely different perspective, so you know what was in front of him, so how quickly he had to react. Whereas when you're travelling with him, you're like, he does the jump, and then you're like, whoa, what's he doing? Like, all of a sudden he's on something else, and he just comes quick like that. Pretty exciting. But yeah, talking of like his stories and stuff like that, the things he posted, certainly over like the last year and like over COVID and everything like that, have just been insane. They've been like edit worthy. I mean, potentially like clips you would definitely pay for to see in a VOD. So it's really nice to see him like do something like this, like put a little edit together, something succinct, one like little piece, even if it is just a minute. And I mean, like, people obviously love it. It's had like 14,000 views, nearly 15,000 views in 3 days on IG. Woof. Man, that's the power of the bloke. What a wizard. All the things you'd expect from Broskow, all like style, control, pace. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, why is he not doing hammers anymore? Why is he not risking his life to do a trick on a rail that he's probably done before? I mean, each showing, everybody has a reference, don't they, of what they want to see, but like asking a professional skater who's been doing it for 20 years why he's not doing the same stuff he was doing years and years and years ago. I mean, are you doing the same stuff you were doing, what, like 15 years ago? I really hope not. Unless it's something healthy. But I hope you've not got like the same mindset. Like, well, what you want to be doing is maybe, you know, developing, evolving, changing your lifestyle to what's going on at the moment, not just sticking to whatever you were doing when you were like 18 or whatever. Drinking 20 pints and then feeling fine in the morning. Oh, I don't think that's going to work for you anymore. But you know, you can't please everyone. Alex is pleasing himself and probably about 14,000, 15,000 people so far on this one. So I think he's all right. And I think his skating shows like just the level of like intricacy and like control. I think it shows how much of like an amazing skater he is, that he's gone from like more risk prone skating, evolved and developed into like just this super controlled, super stylish, intricate detail skating. Like the difference, like, here's a funny one. People who hammer skate, or say they hammer skate, or want to see hammer skating, tend to hate on things like toe rolls. Broskow can do both. Like, that's the range of his skill. I really like this development and this evolution to show that like he's a master of the craft of all segments of it. Another thing as well is like, I still feel like he does have that risk element in his skating. Like when he's absolutely hurtling at things, like that launch over the bin, he was bombing it, man. Like if he'd have messed up on that, that's a car crash. And then also when he did that huck over the road to the really quick topsoil, again, like that's the risk, the really fast thinking, being able to get on that. I mean, I think that's a higher level of skill than just like banging out one massive horrible rail. But you know, again, each their own, whatever your preference is. Broskow's skating after all these years, and still today, I think he kind of leads the trend still. Like, he can make a trick good. He can make a trick popular. I think it happens. I think he was completely the dominant force for a while, like 1 or 2. But it's definitely expanding more these days with like kind of different styles of skating. There's a few people out there that people look to set trends, or like certain groups of skaters you would go to. But I think Broskow's still a part of that mix, still a really strong part of that mix. It's like whatever tricks he picks up, like maybe he'll like take some really old school reference and he'll start doing it. Then you'll see all of a sudden everybody else starts doing it. I think that's really sick, and just like speaks to like the level of his influence. He still has that massively powerful influence. Totally sick. It's everything you expect from an Alex Broskow edit section. Hopefully there's more like this to come. Spotty dog.